Welcome. Dude, first off, this is just my PSA to anyone out there that has the ability to use a bidet, purchase a bidet, even if it's just one of the toilets in your house. I highly recommend looking into it.
There's something, it's so comforting.
It is,
and they're not expensive, and they're very easy to install.
You know, I always say it makes no sense. If you are walking around out in the street and you step in shit and you come home, what's the first thing you do when you come home? You take your shoe off and you
spray it off.
Yeah, you get to the hose and you spray it off. You don't go into your house and get a paper towel and start wiping it off. It just smears it. I blame the American government.
Hey, great analogy.
You like that analogy, dude? I told you I'm a big analogy guy. Getting slightly back on track, man. Dude, Trev, can I call you Trev? I'm never going to call you Trevor again. I'm sorry.
Of course you can.
But I can't. All right. Trev it is. I'm kidding. Welcome one, welcome all. Huddle in close. Prepare yourself because we're about to blow your mind as we introduce our next guest on AFK with Ninja, standing tall at 6'5" and boasting nearly a decade of dominance in the Major League Baseball. He's a pitcher, he's a runner, he's a track star. He's the unstoppable Trevor May. By day, you can catch Trevor striking out batters and traveling the country, but by night, he dons a new mask as a content creation powerhouse. He doesn't just toss heaters, he tosses dough as an avid baker. He runs not one, but 2 YouTube channels for gaming and baseball alike. He's the mastermind behind May Contain Action, an incredible podcast bridging the gap between gamers and athletes. But wait, there's one more curveball. Trevor's also none other than DJ Hey Beef, the DJ sensation you need to see to believe. Seriously, just do a quick DJ Hey Beef YouTube search. Trevor, welcome to the show.
Oh, it's over now?
And that's
awesome.
And now it's over. And now it's
dude,
over.
all of that stuff. The DJ Hey Beef thing, I'm glad that's not dead. There's one video. So if you see that one video, it's from 2012. Probably before some of the people listening to this were born. So
true. That's actually
enjoy that.
Pretty crazy when you put it like that. They'd be 11 years old listening. Woo, Trevor, we're gonna jump right into this, man. I'm gonna go down with the ship on this one, man. Trevor, people might not know this about you. You are hooked on Minecraft. You're a Minecraft gamer, dude. What's that all about? Please talk to me.
I've always loved like engineering games, like figure out how to make this thing work games. So like my guilty pleasure is playing things like I don't know if you've ever played it, like Oxygen Not Included, RimWorld, like games like that. And
are those 2 different games? Oxygen Not Included and RimWorld?
Yes, those are 2 different games. And it's like more of you have to build like a little civilization and then keep it alive.
Dude, so you were probably a huge Tamagotchi fan growing up then.
I did have a Tamagotchi, yes, and I was pretty obsessed with it.
I was too, man. So obviously keep coming back to Minecraft. You would think that you would have been a better builder in Fortnite.
So it's funny. I played Fortnite before Minecraft, bro. I wasn't into Minecraft at all during Fortnite.
No way.
To be honest, I went back 4 times before I really got into it. But it's basically our mutual friend Marcel. Basically, I do work. His fault, actually. With the Purge,
Marcel.
he got me in on the Purge, and everyone was on that server. It was
I remember
so
that.
fun.
I remember that, dude.
So fun.
I could never get into Minecraft, dude. It's literally one game to this day. Like I've even done stuff with. I can't. I've done stuff with like some of the funniest creators too. Like I got into the Dream, right? I got into the Dream server, and I was doing with teaming all those guys, and I just, dude,
you just like to compete, bro.
I do, man.
That's the thing. You just like to, crosshair versus crosshair. You're gonna win, and you like that.
Get me in there, dude.
Yeah,
get me in there. I cannot stand. But dude, listen. Here's the thing. I don't hate on Minecraft gamers either. And people think that Minecraft's a kids game. To that I say, look at all the people who play it who aren't kids. Truly, yeah. I mean, it's just it's a well done game, a great game. Which is why I'm waiting for what's gonna have to happen for Fortnite to not be considered a kids game, right? Because like Minecraft faded hard, right? Like Minecraft took a massive dip, especially when Fortnite came out. Fortnite was everything. And then Minecraft had a massive resurgence like 2 years after Fortnite released. And now Minecraft is like, whoever plays it is whatever. Like, no one judges you for playing Minecraft. However, right now Fortnite is on that like really weird, kid game stigma.
Well, I think one thing about Minecraft has been around long enough that people were kids and now they're adults and they still play it. So like that's a big thing. Like
wow.
Actually, like all the Hermitcraft people, the people like some of the most famous people that play that game are like in their 50s. There's like 50-year-olds that play.
Yeah, you got to be careful on what server you're on. That's for sure.
Exactly. But I think that we were actually just talking about this before the pod about the kind of they're opening up the Unreal like make your custom stuff on here, and that's what Minecraft does so well with the mod culture, right? So people
can you make money in that way though?
On Minecraft mods?
Yes.
1,000%. There's extremely wealthy people that do that. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and have been doing it for years. There's companies that do that.
That makes sense. Do you have to? So what is it? You pay to get access to the server, or is it like?
Yeah, it's like you can pay to play on servers, or you can like pay to get like exclusive mods that they're making by hand, and then like you can be part of a community, and then there's like in-game economies and stuff, and they built that all out, which is always like gray area, but. There's all kinds of ways. It's just really open. It's just like a really open game. So that's kind of why it's keep coming back, I think.
Maybe I never got into Minecraft the right way, dude. Maybe I got to start expanding my horizons,
so much
dude.
PvP in it.
Yeah, like, I know. Dude, do you remember the Symphony video, dude? Have you ever seen the Symphony video of him PvPing?
Yes. I vaguely remember it, but yes.
He's like 11 years old, 10 years old or something like that, PvPing in Minecraft, like back in the day before he became this COD sensation. Oh, man.
So like 2 years ago? That's crazy.
Yeah, actually, no, it might have been, I think, right. Dude, poor little simp, dude, Mason. No, dude, I think it was discovered in Fortnite or H1Z1. I don't remember, but I remember he like tried to get into H1Z1. He tried to get into basically just something completely different from obviously Minecraft, but like he was originally a Minecraft PvPer. That was hilarious.
I did not know that. That's awesome.
It was incredible. I mean, a lot of people's origins come from Minecraft. Dude, unfortunately for me, man, growing up, I was the kid that couldn't even hit the ball off of the tee in T-ball. Like that was that guy. Like my hand-eye coordination when it came to striking a ball was very poor. And that is honestly reflecting into my golf game right now. But yeah, dude.
You guys are all golfing, aren't you?
Oh, we're golfing religiously.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm actually I've got the bug worse than everyone else. Like I just came back from Illinois, and Jess and I are on a course, and we're part of a club, like we're right there. And I was just at the range like every day. I was trying to play at least 9 like once every other day. And dude, it was tough. Like it was like way more tough. Like the courses were way more tough than the courses that I play here down in Florida. Mm-hmm. And I come back and I'm like talking up a big game, and I play like a quick 9 holes with Tim and Alexis, his wife, and I just had arguably the worst like 9 I've ever played. Like it was terrible. So you are you and Tim like close, or is it like just down the road? We are close. He is like, okay. I could walk to his house in 5 minutes.
Okay. It's Nick who's not close to you guys, right?
Yeah, Nick is the one who's like, he's like mid Florida. He's like Miami or something like that, Orlando.
Went down to Palm Beach area.
Yep. He got suckered, bro.
Yeah. It's really nice down there, but like
10 degrees hotter.
It's very warm. Yes.
And it's beautiful here, dude. Today, this weather, I just came back from the pool. Literally, we went out and about. Had a call as well with about Project V with the boys. Ooh. Yeah, dude. So that went well. But yeah, dude, it's beautiful. It's beautiful here. And again, there's Navi making her appearance. I don't know if you can hear.
There she is. Hey, Navi.
Oh, dude, she's just adorable, man. She's had some issues lately too. Actually, I'm getting a little off track, but dogs are good.
It's a podcast. There is no track, bro.
Agreed, by the way. Dogs are good. Freaking golf game getting better. Yesterday I was just literally pitching for like in my backyard. I was just hitting like little pitch shots with my pitching wedge, and they were all going like exactly where I wanted them to, like 30 times in a row. It was beautiful. I was like, if only I could have played today. You know what I mean?
Everyone says that. It's so funny. It's like golf is just it just kills your ego, kills your confidence, and then you just hit one good shot, and you're like, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life chasing that feeling.
And it really is so accurate. I hit it like yesterday, dude. Literally. So I was playing 9 with Tim. I was playing the worst 9 I've ever played. We're finally at the 18th hole because it was like only the back 9 was available. We're at the 18th hole. It's a par 5. I just hit I hit 5 shots. So like I had a decent drive, hit a terrible second shot, terrible third shot, terrible fourth shot. I'm like, like it's one of those things where I'm playing pinball, like like left side of the green, like the left side of the fairway, right side of the fairway, left side of the fairway, right side of the fairway, just zigzagging my way up to the freaking green. And then finally I hit this nice shot. Unfortunately, it goes in the sand pit right in front of the green. I hit a beautiful, when I tell you I had no room, I had like a foot, literally like a singular foot, maybe less, half a foot to like get out of the sand pit. I did it with my pitching wedge, and I chipped it beautifully up. It landed like a couple yards away from the pin, dude. And then I one putted in for like, it was double bogey, but those back-to-back last two shots were like, dude, it was textbook. Literally like professional golf level shots, like those two shots. It's like, there's no way he's getting out of this one. Boom, right next to the pin. He's got to sink this putt. Boom, hit the putt. It's like, yeah, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds nice. I think I might get into it a little bit.
You have to, trust me. I mean, first off, it's going to take over everything, so make sure you have time.
Yeah.
All right, getting slightly back on track, man. Dude, Trev, can I call you Trev? I'm never going to call you Trevor again. I'm sorry.
Of course you can.
But I can't. All right. Trev it is. I'm kidding. Trevor, dude, you run 2 YouTube channels now, one baseball, one gaming. What was the decision behind that? I mean, walk me through that a little bit.
Well, back in the day when I know you had, I'd noticed that Cypher was the first guest here on the show. It's up live now, I believe. I'm not ruining anything now. He was the kind of the guy talking a lot about separating, your stuff and doing multiple channels, and then Jack Courage followed, and everyone's got them, right? And I was definitely. Just like, over it took me about 4 or 5 years to realize that just the Venn diagram of baseball and gaming just was not overlapping enough for me. And they're very different. And I really enjoy talking about both of them and doing both, but there's just not enough overlapping. So putting everything on one didn't really make any sense. So I made, and obviously for the algorithm, if you're posting random gaming stuff and then random baseball stuff, the algorithm's like, what is this channel about?
Yeah, what are you trying to do?
And that's what was happening. And I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I putting so much work into this if I'm just going to keep shooting myself in the foot? So I made 2. The baseball one is actually the one where I edit everything on there. I do all the editing, scripting, everything. And the actually, to be honest, since last fall, I've done everything on both. However, that's not going to be tenable moving forward. But
of course,
I basically whatever I'm most excited about at that time, I have a place to put it. So that was kind of the point. It's funny because they're both about 50,000 subs, and I really want a play button. And I'm like, I wish I could combine these two.
Just combine them, dude. You could probably send a couple messages, man. Maybe get, two $50, play buttons.
2 minis. Two mini ones are just half of a plaque cut in half. That would be hilarious, actually.
You'll get there.
Just piece them together. I'm not worried about it. Every time I post a video on the baseball one, it does great. So all I got to do is just do it. And that takes time. And day job. We mentioned that. It's still there. Still taking up the time, that day job.
Listen, dude, not a bad day job to have, dude. No, professional MLB player, man. Dude, I don't even know if this is even on here. I got a nice, beautiful sheet here that I have little references that I go back and forth to. But I would love to ask you right now, since we're on the topic of your day job, which is obviously being a professional pitcher. Dude, what are your thoughts on like the new box rules, right? Or like the new rules where it's like, the stepping into the box, right? And it's to kind of shorten the games. Are you a fan?
At the beginning, I hated it because there's a pitch clock, 15 seconds to throw the ball for with nobody on base, and then 20 with somebody on base. So they changed that. They changed the hitters can't leave the box. They can only call timeout once. So we're kind of both like being rushed, it feels like. And it was really bad at the beginning of the year. People who had never done it. So they've been doing it in the minors for a year or two. So there's people who are in the minors and then are now in the big leagues who had no trouble making the transition.
Played it, right.
But like all the old heads, the guys in their late 30s are like, why? It's too fast. I'm so tired. It's too fast. And we hated it at first.
So you guys had to become real athletes, is what you're saying?
Or we just couldn't think. Like, we're just so used to having these really in-depth scouting reports, knowing all this stuff about all the hitters. You just don't have that much time. You have to communicate with your catcher. We have this thing called pitch comm. That's like a button they push. They don't put down signs anymore, which is slower. So we slowed that down, and then we sped up how fast we need to do it. So a lot of people were really struggling with that. There's some weird stolen base rules that are just you can only pick over, throw over to the base twice. And then after that, it's a balk and they get to go for free. And you're just like, that seems stupid. And it kind of is. But there's been a lot of stolen bases here. So they basically changed a bunch of stuff to make more offense happen, which has happened in football, as we know. Like, you can't hit anybody anymore, and there's nobody's touching anybody because they want more points, which I get that. As a fan of sports, I understand that's more fun to watch. Basketball's the same way. You can't hand check, you can't do anything. So baseball's just following. But the biggest one that I think people are really, really struggling with the most is the no timeout thing, like not being able to collect yourself. So pitchers can't do it at all. If no one's on base, I can't step off, which is
that's
crazy. It's insane. I still don't know how that doesn't exist. And then you have to, like, if you step off with a guy on base and you don't throw over, it still counts as if you did. So you still only get 2. So if you do it twice, they still go for free. So you have to, like, be economical. So, yeah, it was a lot to get used to. That's how this stuff's happening. But I've come around a lot, honestly. Innings are over way faster. I can rush hitters a little bit and get them to swing at dumb stuff sometimes.
Yeah,
so,
right. Dude, it legitimately changes the entire, like a lot, just changes the game. It's a game changer, legitimately, not just by making it go by quicker, but also like you have to think differently. I love that. More mind games, right? Getting like tricking them to hit. Oh,
and the game shorter is great too.
Yeah. All right. So here next, not really topic, kind of just things we've already touched on, dude. Trevor, what do you think is harder, pitching in the Major League Baseball, right? Pitching in Major League Baseball or running a YouTube channel? What's more difficult?
Oh, definitely pitching.
Dang it, dude. Oh my God. I was sitting here like waiting for like a little stinger, dude. No,
I don't think
I'm kidding.
I don't think I think it's difficult in a certain way. Like having success. But even then, like pitching in the major leagues and having success is 100% really hard.
Well, you're top 0.01% of pitchers in the, in the world, dude.
I would say it's even percentage wise, it's probably pretty comparable to people who play baseball and then never pitch in the big leagues, like in their lives, and the people who start a YouTube channel and never get to, a million subs. I bet you it's pretty comparable in terms of the number, like the percentage. But it's harder for different reasons, but YouTube, you can get there much quicker. I think that's the thing. It just takes forever to get here as a baseball player.
Unfortunately, man, unless you're like, some freaking, the next born, freaking.
It is faster now. A lot of kids. There's a lot of kids around, bro. We had the kind of the memorial for September 11th, and we did all the pregame and stuff. And I looked over and I realized that we had a kid on our team that wasn't born yet during September 11th.
Oh my
9/11.
Dude.
I was like, oh my God, I hate that realization so much.
Yeah, definitely a wake up call. Like midlife crisis at 30 for that one. Jesus, dude, that's rough.
I felt real old for a second.
Oh my God. I mean, I was in like 5th grade. I think maybe like I just remember. Yeah, we don't got to talk too much on that, man. But that is.
But we remember it.
Well, of course,
we were old enough to remember it.
Yeah, I remember it. It was very strange coming home. Just confusion. I was so young, right?
Very confusing. That's right.
Yeah, I was like, don't even understand what's happening. And then even when someone sat me down and explained it, I was like, huh? No. Like you can't tell like a 10-year-old or 11-year-old, even younger, like what a terrorist attack is. 100%, man. Okay, a little bit lighter, a little bit. First off, I love what you're doing. Right turn.
We're going AFK with Ninja. What's he gonna say?
Dude, I love what you're doing. I think that when you have something, you have such a massive understanding of something that that billions of people in the world can't even begin to fathom, right? And you have so much knowledge that you can teach. And I love that you're doing that with your YouTube channel, man. Obviously, you're posting a series sharing benefits of being a pro Major League Baseball player, dude. It's called the Hidden Perks series. Dope fucking name. Gotta say. What was the thought process behind that? I mean, like, was this something you were just like, I should do this? Like, this would be a great idea.
Yeah, I just had the idea like last winter, and I was like, I'm going to make a long form video, do some research, just get my ducks in a row here. And I have a relationship with our Players Association and stuff, so I could back all this stuff up. I could get the actual handbook that explains everything. So I'm like, people don't know this stuff. Like they think that we're, you're rich and you fly private everywhere. And that's not necessarily true. So I was like, okay, what else is there? And just like talking about the insurance and how our things change. And honestly, a lot of it came from, we just had the lockout the year before too. And I was already explaining like the things we were yelling at each other about.
That's
and
such a good idea.
The things we have in these 23 perks came from those conversations before. So it was kind of relevant there. And so I made a long form video. It's by far I think it's 700,000 views at this point. So it's like by far the best like video that's not gaming related that I've ever had. And so I was like, oh, they're literally 23 like sections. So let's just make this 23 short forms. And I'm going to be honest, I messed around with some AI tools for it. And
nothing wrong with that, dude. Like,
and it got chopped into 23 beautiful videos. I was like, oh my God.
Genius.
This is amazing.
Hell yeah. Dude, that's actually our little tip. So I got 2 tips then. Number 1, potentially using AI to help you, create structure and what you want to do. I think I think it was a great call, using every tool that's at your disposal, dude. But again, this goes out to everyone that has some sort of access or, a site on insight rather on something that, the majority of the world doesn't have access to. Like, it's basically like if I did a behind the scenes, like let's say I was a professional Halo player still back in the day. Yeah. And now I wanted to do a series of, behind the scenes at a professional tournament as a pro player. Like that insight and that look at, just something that no one has access to is so desirable. I think that's a great idea that you're doing it. And just keep it up. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's crazy because it's so normal to us. And then I'm like, oh wait, like people think this is cool. Like
because
we were actually
no one
talking
knows
about
what's
this
going
yesterday.
on. It's absolutely.
We were like, just think about. I was talking to some other teammates, and we're like, just think about like you putting on your glove, because our glove is like an extension of our bodies, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you just put on your glove and you just like catch stuff for easy, like without even thinking about it. And most people like put that thing on and they feel like they're on another planet.
Yes.
It's like, what do I do with this? And I'm like, you've been doing that for, in my case, 30 years. And it's like, it is almost up there with eating is how like natural it is. So I was like, oh man, when you're done and you don't put your glove on anymore, that's going to be crazy. Like I just had that like realization. We were all talking about that. Like, oh my God. Like he's like, and then the hitters were like, yeah, like picking up your bat. It's like one of the best feelings. Like, just like, oh, this is mine. This is my tool, right? Like people don't even have any context. So like, if you can like explain that and like have it in a way that people understand, like, or can identify with, I think it goes way farther and inspires people more than we even realize. I really do. So that's why I think it's so important to do stuff like that too.
Yeah, you become desensitized in a way where, it is your everyday life, right? So like right now, you're hitting perks. I mean, you got team chefs. Massages are tax deductible, and you have nap pods. Sign me up, dude. Are you telling that this could have been my life, Trevor?
Maybe. Did you try playing baseball forever?
I remember I did.
T-ball.
T-ball. Couldn't hit it off the tee, dude. I gave it. It was I could proudly say that baseball was the first sport that I gave up.
I mean, that's a lot of people's experience. One of my favorite clapbacks to people who just give me, when I post a clip and they're like, hey, like, why couldn't you get the job done? Or why are you guys, why do you, like on those videos, a lot of people are like, oh, you guys are so spoiled, like this, that, and the other. Why do I have to do this and you get that? And I go, oh, I'm sorry, man. Did you try playing professional baseball?
Yeah.
Oh,
did you miss the sign up sheets? Is that
was it a sign up issue? Did you just miss the email, or was it because you can't? That's the point. That's the point. That's why this stuff exists. It's because not everyone can do it. That's why some people are good at things and some people aren't as good at things. It's fine. It's okay. I'm not trying to flex on anybody. I'm just telling you this is what exists. Sorry, don't hate me, please.
Yeah, no, 100%. I said the same thing with streaming. It's the same criticism that happens to me all the time. And a lot of streamers, it's like, LOL, man, get a real job, which is so funny. I still get people that message me that. I think it's so great. But it's like, get a real job, LOL, streaming so hard. Yeah, I'm sure, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, if you think it's so easy, like, you do it.
Yeah, why don't you do it?
Like, you do it then.
It's like Turner, like, right? When Tfue came out with his video,
there
was like a bunch of hate on it. I'm like, guys, he just wants to do something else. Don't you ever want to do something else sometimes? He just wants to do something else.
Yeah,
not to mention other things.
Yeah, not to mention not a lot of people really understood the pressure that Turner was under with like this is 90% speculation, but 90% I think I know what I'm talking about. He had to deal with Twitch. He was obviously exclusive to Twitch, and like it was very demanding for him. Like it was very stressful. Like if he wanted to reach his hours and meet his contract obligations, where he wouldn't have been sued or anything like that, but they might have had like legal rights to like not pay him. Mm-hmm. It became where he was forced to be doing something that he did love. But, once it becomes a job and once you become forced to do it, like, and you have to meet hours and, it does stop being this, hey, I'm having fun, I'm streaming and I'm gaming to my audience, and it actually does become work. And that's, so to anyone out there still giving Turner, shit for being overwhelmed and being emotional on his like retirement video, he really did have, like, he really was in a rough spot.
And it's his life. And you know what? Take care of yourself. And at the end of the day, like, money's great, but like, you don't have to make every decision for money all of the time. You don't. If you're willing to deal with the consequences of it not coming in the way it came in anymore, and you're okay with that, that's all that matters. That's all there is. Mm-hmm. No one else really matters. And I actually, like, I don't know Turner personally, and I don't think I've ever even played with him or talked to him, but I was really I was really proud of the way he handled that. Like it took a lot of courage to do that. And I didn't know he was, I didn't think, his persona doesn't, give that off, that he would
emotional
go there. Yeah. Like that type of emotions, or just being like vulnerable like that, like on a video. And it was really cool. It was good for him. And, I know he likes to do all kind. I know he loves to backflip off bridges. So go backflip off bridges. Just don't, please stay safe.
He'll be all right. Yeah. Well, dude, listen, I could say he'll be all right, but no, actually knowing how crazy he is, he might not be. But hopefully he'll be as safe as absolutely possible. And Turner's definitely living his best life right now on his little mini vacation. Trevor, when did your love for baseball start? Did you know, was it something that the more you played, the more you were like, dude, this is actually incredible? Was it like a gift? Did you have to put in a lot of work, or was it like, would you say that you're naturally gifted as well? Give me some context here, man.
Yeah, I think there's a level of natural like giftedness. I don't think everyone can just work their way into anything. I used to think that, but I through experience have realized that you cannot.
Are you talking about your Fortnite skills, man? Like
yes, that's what I'm talking about. I tried really hard to like hang. Like, I could stick around, but I couldn't hang. I wasn't up there like with you guys, right?
All right,
you were at the top of the tower. I was just kind of trying to get up there, and that's okay. I'm okay with that level. I wasn't for a while, but now I am. But yeah, it starts, you kind of feel like you have an aptitude. I started getting really big. So I started to get like the physical attributes to be like, pitching could be a thing. Basketball was actually in that mix too. I really love basketball. My dad was a basketball player. He played 4 years in college. He's like he's like has the scoring record for our high school. Like was a very good player, and he'd always ask me, like, whatever season it was growing up, it was basketball or baseball, he'd be like, which one's your favorite sport? And I would say whatever one we were playing, until I stopped growing at 6'5", and I was like, I'd have to be a point guard. I'm not going to play in the NBA. So let's try baseball. And I just kind of kept being a little bit better than my opponents, and I think that just the next level just kept being a possibility, and I just said, why not? Why stop if it's a possibility? So go to college. I was going to University of Washington, D1. I'm a D1 player. Yeah.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
And then they're like, but what about pro? And I was like, pro's an opportunity? They're like, possibly. And scouts started showing up. They're like, dude, you're throwing hard. You're big. You're 6'5". You're, you throw low 90s at Washington of all places, where it's not a baseball hotbed here. So that just kind of, and then they just kept saying, it's a possibility. And then the draft happened. They're like, 4th round, here you go. And I'm like, well, oh my God, it's real. And then I just kept going.
So like, you were a college player, and then how long did you spend any time in the minor leagues, or did you go right to the majors?
No, I didn't even go to college. I skipped it. So I
skipped college.
So I committed. And then I went and you can go in the draft and just see what happens. It's not like basketball or football where you have to like say you're going to the draft and you're no longer eligible to play in college. If you're in high school anyway. So
that's dope.
So then I just called my coach. I was like, hey, I'm going pro because like the money, like they offered money. And my dad was like, hey, don't be an idiot. And I was like, okay, you're right. I'm not going to be an idiot, Pops. So I just went at 18 to Florida, just in July of 2008, just go live on your own. Never been away from home for more than 2 weeks. It was really hard. And then everyone there throws as hard as you and as big as you and was drafted higher and has more money. And then you got to find ways to do it. And then that's when work started. So then at that point, you have to then, I made a decision that I wasn't going to be outworked by anybody.
I love that.
And I'm going to honestly say that here we are 16 years later, and I don't think I've ever been outworked.
So as a pitcher or just a Major League Baseball player, what is a way that you like, how do you like track your progress or like, or to you, what is progress? What are things that you work on throughout your entire career? Is it just pitching speed, or like talk to me about that,
bro? That is such a really relevant question.
Yeah, this is a deep question, man. I'm really excited to hear your answer. So
I've done a ton of work on that this year because I think that post playing, that's something that I would love to pass on to the next generation of players, is the systems that I built to improve and be better, and how I look at every little thing I do to monitor where I'm at. And right now, this year, I've recorded every single thing to every single night. I wear like 9 wearables. I whoop. I record all my sleep. I take my blood pressure every day. I do all these things to see. I know how much caffeine I drank. I know how I know all these things to see what's affecting what. Because again, that's what I'm interested in. But in terms of performance, it's very hard in sports, and I think you it's the exact same for you because you played professional games too. Is trying to be as as process oriented as possible for as long as possible, and trying to keep the overthinking the actual results, what happens like out on the stage or out on the field, like in a vacuum a little bit, and just be like, okay, I'm getting that's just feedback for my process. That's not the thing that I'm hyper focused on and caring about all the time, because it takes care of itself. And that's really hard to do when the stakes are like, massive. Keeping a job, making lots of money, and getting yelled at by fans. Dude, it's so hard to cut through that stuff. Yeah. So like some of the big stuff I do is I've been using, I use ChatGPT a lot now. And it's
here we're going back to the AI, huh? Jesus.
Well, it's teaching me how to, like, I'm learning how to write my own statistical algorithms, like writing my own stats. Wow. And how I go through and get all the metrics on how like all my pitches move, and then all the metrics on how well I'm commanding the zone, quote unquote, throwing it where I want to, because there's thousands of stats out there now. And so it like builds I'm building these equations that weight everything the way that I want them weighted to give me feedback. Are you doing this well, or are you not doing this well? Versus like the league, versus your own averages, versus like a benchmark you set. And once I got an idea of what those things were and how to do it, it was just like, I just can't stop writing them. Like I just keep making them up because it's fun. So now I have like this spreadsheet that I fill out every outing that tells me how I like, if these things are all green, the results tend to be better. And it's pretty much true every time. So I've dialed it in pretty good. And so now I can tell if I'm improving in the way I want to improve, or if I'm maintaining in the way I want to maintain, or if I'm not, then I can go look deeper and see which element is the one hurting it the most.
Yeah. What are you lacking
and
in? Work
on that. So like, that's just the rinse and repeat. That's every day. That's just what I do. And it's beautiful, man. It works really well.
That sounds like, I feel like I should be doing that about my streaming.
I can't wait to like apply it to making content, frankly.
Oh, for sure. I mean, dude, you're just a ChatGPT fiend, dude.
It's so good.
Come on now.
My best friend.
I know, right? All right, noted. I'm gonna start. You know what? It's like people are already gonna be using it, man. What's it gonna hurt if I start dabbling in the GP?
I think you'll have fun, man. I think you'll really enjoy it.
Yeah, probably, dude.
AFK with Ninja.
We're gonna dive into a little bit of the mental wellness, right? As a professional athlete, content creator, dude, you're basically at the mercy of fans. Literally, I mean, as a content creator, 100%, because you literally are required to have an audience and accept their feedback and stuff like that, and then build off of that, etc. How do you experience burnout, and how do you deal with it as a content creator and as an athlete?
Ooh, that's a big issue for me. I am a very high energy dude, passionate. When I'm like into something, I'm falling down that hole, and I'm just gonna see where the bottom is. And when that stuff happens, when I'm really into something, especially when it's during the season or something, and I try to share it, and there's just like noise about like what I should be doing, I have this just natural need to defend myself, and it's just not real. And you don't need to defend yourself to people who actually don't really care as much as they're trying to put on, because it's social. Like,
yeah, it's social media, bro.
It just, once I had this realization that like this isn't real, it's not a serious, like Twitter, for example, or X or whatever it's called.
X, dude.
Oh, so stupid. Anyway, once like you realize that this isn't a real place. It's not real reality. Like, this stuff won't affect me one way or the other unless I let it. Once that happened, I developed a much better relationship with social media. There was a while there, man, where I was like, am I going to delete everything? Because I'm so burned, and I am not enjoying talking about or doing anything or sharing anything that isn't like me striking someone out to end a game. All right. And that sucked, because, we did that. We in 2018, 2019, when we were just posting everything we did, and it was just a blast. With like, obviously the growth was phenomenal. But like, it was just so fun because we knew that everything was just going to play. And it was just, there was so much positivity that like the negativity didn't really get through. And then things kind of settle, and you feel like this pressure to keep going. I mean, I'm sure you know this more than anybody.
Yeah.
And you got to find a way to navigate it and enjoy it, and then stave off that like, say I'm burning out, and then just take a step. Like, taking that step is so hard. It's so hard. Just saying like, you know what, I'm cool. I'll revisit this in 2 weeks. And this is what I'm actively doing this. Like, a lot of practice on this stuff. Like having that self-talk where it's like, whatever you are doing right now is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And that unlocked it a little bit. I'm like, just do whatever your best is. And some days it's going to be worse than others, but like, that's really helped with burnout. So it doesn't feel so life and death anymore. And once that emotion was not, I don't want to say removed, but kind of just like put into context, it made making those decisions. It didn't feel like I had to make this big decision to step away. It was just like casual. Like, you know what? I'm going to not make anything for 5 days, or I'm not going to make anything for a week, or I'm just not going to worry about making a vlog for a month, because it doesn't matter if I make one. It's just for me.
Right.
So if I don't want to do it, I don't have to do it. Like, it's, why do I have to do it? And this feeling that you have to do things, I think, is something that, especially our age group, like, really feels everywhere.
Yeah, dude. There's like the memes of like our generation committing to like painstaking, like crippling anxiety when we have trouble committing to like, yeah, you want to come over next week? It's like, yeah, sure, dude. Like, and then it's like, oh shit. No, I have
because that's
to
the one thing we have control over. So we're just like, everything else is like, I have to. So when we have a choice to say, like, yes or no, we always just wishy-washy it to try to keep control over it so that we can feel like we're in control.
but like one thing that like will trigger me and make me something that I like am not, like, I don't like about myself, I hate about myself, and is like like having to do something that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
Like, truly, like someone being like, listen, you have to do this, and not streaming. I've never felt that way streaming, luckily, but like, I have been on like a set, like filming content, and I just, dude, like, they're like, okay, like, dude, like Justin, I remember it was like Justin and I were doing this series, and like we had to do this, we did this Q&A thing. It was adorable. And then we did this like guess the other person's favorite thing, like all these little mini games, and we were filming for like 3 hours, 4 hours straight, and it was so much fun. It was all great. And then they're like, all right, we're gonna have you guys do a cook-off. I was like, okay. Like, sure, what's it gonna be? Pancakes, right? Like some shit. And they're like, it's going to be a Chipotle bowl challenge. I was like, excuse me? They're like, yeah, you guys are going to try to make a Chipotle bowl and see whose can be better or whatever. And I was like, do you have any idea like the level of in-depth ingredients that go into a Chipotle bowl? Dude, like they wanted us to like cook, like they literally wanted us to like cook the chicken, prepare the chicken the way they do, like make this like, dude, like prepare the lettuce and then the salsa, dude, to make like the green verde salsa or whatever. They wanted us to do that shit. They're like, and like, I'm in a kitchen that I've never been in, right? So I don't know where fucking anything is, literally anything. And they're like, you have to measure out like this, and you have to, dice up these, and then saute and blacken the poblano peppers, and then, dude, I was like so uncomfortable because it was just so out of my control, and I was like, I don't want to do this. We were like recording. I'm like, I don't want to do this. And everyone's like laughing, like, it's okay. Like you could, like keep on going. And I literally like look at Jess and I look at my, I look at like Andre, my now assistant. And I'm just like, no. Like, I want to stop recording. Like, I don't want to do this like at all. Like I was getting hot, bothered. I was like short tempered. I was like, dude, get me out of here, bro.
Yeah,
it was one of the most uncomfortable feelings in the world.
And, and sometimes you could be like, nope, sorry guys. Nothing against you. Love all you guys, but I just can't do it.
I was like, we had a great day today. We had a great filming session, but like, dude, this right now, this here, like doing, like, I already don't like cooking like that in depth. And then like to just like all of the shit combined to me, just not wanting to be there and not knowing where I was, cooking in a place where you don't know where anything is, dude, I was triggered out of my mind, bro. And that was,
I couldn't. And then not only that's, you got to wrap your head around that for like a week before.
Literally, like, dude, if I knew I was going to be doing this, like, I would have prepared. Like, I thought it was going to be a simple, like, little tiny, funny, happy-go-lucky cooking challenge. It's like, no, I'm sitting here preparing Chipotle's green salsa, like their medium salsa, which, again, it's like a shitload of fucking ingredients and like a lot of preparation. And I've never done it before. And I already don't like, prepare freaking food in depth. I make pasta, bro. Like, I put, noodles in boiling water, and then I like saute them up a little bit in some sauce.
How'd you do the sour cream? Do you guys have to like milk the cows too? And
well, we left. I was ready for it though. They're like, all right, now we're gonna go churning in the back here. We're gonna make sure the sour cream's all prepped.
Oh my god,
kill me, dude.
Left.
It was a very small group there. Like a lot of people that I actually already worked with, and so it was, once I like. Because I joke a lot, but once I was able to like really express, I was like, guys, I am really uncomfortable, and I know I probably sound like a little, like a little whiny bitch right now, but after a long day of filming, we had to drive like an hour and a half into the city, into Chicago to get to the studio to film it to begin with. Like I was turned off. I was done.
Shit happens. If I just sometimes, hey guys out there, sometimes just go, no, I'm okay. That's okay. Just do that sometimes. Pass. Yeah, it was definitely that's not interesting.
Legitimately, one of my weakest moments in the last like 10 years as like a human, as like a man. Like I felt like, wow, I'm a little fucking bitch, but I really just don't want to do this.
Which is just not real either. But that's a very us thing to do too. Where dudes are like, well, I said I gotta do it, and I'm a man of my word. Like I just
you
know what? I'm not a man of my word. I'm leaving.
I'm getting
Hate me if you want. I don't care.
Getting out. Literally.
I just don't want to do it, man.
You already got 6 other videos. Don't get this
we're
one.
good. We got
I still think they use the footage that's out there. So if you can find the video, you'll see. Maybe you'll see me literally dying on the inside of my eyes.
AFK with the ninja.
We're moving on to the final segment, dude. The final segment of the podcast, we ask all of our guests, we do a little this or that and some other questions. You can be as in-depth as you want or as short as you want.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am always ready.
All right, dude. Minecraft or MLB The Show?
Minecraft.
Okay. Sandlot or The Mighty Ducks?
Sandlot. Greatest movie ever made.
I do. I haven't seen that movie in such a long time. I got to rewatch it. Classic, dude. Overwatch or Fortnite?
No, Fortnite.
Yeah, there we go, dude. Nothing will take place. Nothing will ever be able to replace those 2018, 2019 memories, bro. Seriously, so fun. Face a 100-mile-per-hour fastball or bake a 3-tiered wedding cake?
Oh, 3-tiered wedding cake. Bring it on.
Dude, I love cake so much, bro.
100 is so fast. It's scary. I don't like hitting. I don't know how they do it.
I can't, dude. Just stick to throwing them, dude.
Yeah.
All right, date night out or date night in?
Date night in.
Believe it or not, that's everybody's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one likes leaving and going anywhere. That's it.
Nowadays, dude. COVID just
we saw the light.
Literally, like, we could just be inside all the time. Okay. All right, massages or nap pods?
Ooh, massages.
There we go. Deshaun Watson, ring. Hello.
I don't know if you've read the comment section on that video, but yeah.
No.
Them too.
All right. Tommy John surgery or ligma?
Oh my God. I'll take TJ again.
Hey man, as a survivor of ligma, that's a good call.
Yeah, tough.
You don't want to live like this, man. It's not a life to live.
Tough.
All right, back to our other questions now. That was a great this or that segment. Which wood is the best wood in Minecraft?
Ooh, which wood is the best wood?
Mm-hmm.
Spruce wood. Yeah.
Interesting. Is that like legitimately like it just is, or is that your opinion?
I think it is most people's favorite. Birch is the worst for most people, though I have come around. I found a lot of uses for birch.
You're a birch guy now, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your best baked dish, Trevor?
Ooh, my best baked dish. The thing that I've done better than anything is probably my cinnamon raisin bagels. I crush those literally every time. And then I make maple bars, donuts. And the maple glaze is my own concoction, and it's incredible.
All right, I'm gonna have to have some, dude. You have to bring some sometime, dude. Whenever we do the next like Tim the Tatman tailgate, bring those bad boys, dude, for sure. What is your go-to remix or mashup for DJing?
Ooh, bro, there's so many.
Just the classic. It's got to be in, dude. It's got to be in there. It's in every set.
Something. It's gonna be something Avicii.
Okay.
You know what? There's a song that like when I was DJing a lot when I was college age and I was hanging out with a lot of my friends who were in a frat and doing frat parties. A song before actually, he was Avicii and his name was Tim Bergling. That's his real name, and he had a song called "Bromance." I played that all the time. I love that song. I want to listen to it right now.
Is that like the dude? Is that the? Wow, I see it. Tim Berg, Seek Bromance.
Seek Bromance, yeah.
Single by Swedish producer DJ Avicii, made while he was under the name Tim Berg, and is also his second release single in October 17th, 2010.
I loved it.
And it got charted at number 12.
Great song.
Finishing up here, dude. If you had to delete, this is one of my favorite questions to ask our guests here, dude. If you had to delete all but 3 apps from your phone, which ones would you keep? And the messages, like, you have to download them from the App Store. That's like how you.
The app that I check the most every day is Whoop.
What is that?
That's my wearable, like gives me all my like recovery score at night and whatever.
Okay, so Whoop. So
it's
Whoop.
like a Fitbit. Just think of it as a Fitbit.
Sure.
Whoop,
Okay.
We'll go with Whoop because I don't know if I could do anything that I do right now without it.
All right, Whoop.
Next, we would do what social media?
Yeah, which one, dude?
We have to have one. God, X is so bad. Doesn't even work. I'll go with Instagram. I'll take Instagram. No. TikTok.
There you go.
TikTok.
There you go.
TikTok exists. What are we doing?
Yes.
And third. Oh no! What third?
Can't live without. Every day. Can't live without.
Can't live without it.
Yeah, Whoop. You got TikTok.
I'm over here like, what's on my phone?
Dude, that's what everyone does. Grab your phone, dude. What are you trying to go to naturally?
What do I look at? We got TikTok. I use a note-taking app called Obsidian, and that is I'm opening that a lot too. So we'll go with those 3.
Dude, one of our most unique answers, man. And then, dude, Trevor, the final question. All right, the name of this podcast is AFK, right? AFK with Ninja. I know you know what it means, but in your own words, dude, define AFK, dude. What do you do when you're AFK?
Frankly, like doing a lot of my content things, sitting and like I said, I use sitting a lot. I take lots of notes. I have just ideas, and I like writing stories. Sometimes, like I do all kinds of random stuff, and that's kind of a way I decompress. I'm on my computer, like working on those algorithm things. Like that's stuff I enjoy doing, which is weird I get it. I know what I sound like.
Listen, dude, I'm not saying anything, man.
I love it. It's just fun. It just gets me going. I enjoy it. It expands my mind. And sometimes, when you play baseball for, like we said, 16 years professionally.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing every day. So it's nice to do other things that are kind of random day to day. So yeah.
All right, dude. Trevor, thank you so much for coming on, man. I had an absolute blast talking about everything, bro. To baseball, to Minecraft, to Whoop. To Whoop. And there you have it, folks. We've reached the end of another epic AFK with Ninja episode. If you've enjoyed the journey thus far, please consider leaving a rating, review, and hitting that follow button. We have a ton of incredible guests coming your way, and I want you to be the first to know when a new episode drops. Until next time, catch you soon.
It's AFK with Ninja.